Hello again. This is Mr. Kitchens, and I'm going to be explaining what we're doing for the next week of online learning. I hope to see some more of you in the Zoom sessions this week. Don't be afraid to pop on if you wake up in time. I know it's in the morning, but you can just pop on and say hi or let me know if you're having trouble logging into a website or if you have a question or whatever. It's going to be a lot faster and more effective for you if you are asking me questions in Zoom so I can be more specific and give you a real-time answer. If you're just leaving me comments in Google Classroom, I will see it eventually, but some of you are leaving comments that are from assignments from 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm just not seeing it very often. I might see those once a week if I'm going back and regrading. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you need a quick answer, email or go on Zoom preferably, because I do miss seeing a lot of you, but I know most of you have been doing well with keeping up with your work, and I appreciate that, and you're going to appreciate that next school year when you're not behind like some of these other people. So we are going to be starting Unit 4, which is about performances and Shakespeare, as you will see. So if you enjoyed creating the presentation and making your video, you're going to like this. This might be out of your comfort zone for a lot of you out there, but just keep practicing. Keep working with your technology and trying to figure everything out. Practice your eye contact, looking at the camera, and your voice level and things like that, and you will be fine. So I'm going to start showing you the first activity. Okay, so when you get on Springboard Digital, hopefully you're used to this by now. We're under lnv.springboardonline.org. Table of contents is up there. Remember, that's the home button. You don't have all this stuff, but you have some of it. Make sure you're on grade 7, table of contents, unit 4. And it's actually starting out here. Your assignment that will be on Google Classroom will be part of that one, but I'm just gonna show you some stuff in the unit overview since we don't have 100 minutes together anymore. I'll show you right now. So it's about how we choose to act. You see someone that's on a stage there. Looks like an old-fashioned type stage. I'm sure some of you actually know where that is, if you've learned about that in drama or something before. So you're going to see the question is asking, how does this scene or how does this image relate to a monologue? So you're going to have to know what that word means, because that is going to be your first embedded assessment. So it's talking about being a performer, you're making choices about oral and physical delivery, that's talking about how you're speaking, and then your eye contact, making gestures with your hands and arms and things like that. So to prepare for embedded assessment 1, you will practice reading and analyzing poetry. So we're going to be looking at poetry now. We didn't get to do that very much at all this year. So now is our chance. And you're going to be making performances, probably individual. Any of this stuff that says group, if you can find someone to work with, if your parents let you go over to each other's houses or whatever, I am fine with that. I just want to make that clear. I can't make you do anything in a group because of this whole situation, but if you want to work with somebody, then work with somebody. And it gives you a list of all the activities here. You can go over this on your own time, and don't worry about this too much. I'm going to keep doing the same thing that I have been doing. I'm going to choose very specific things out of each of these lessons. So we're not going to be doing all of 4.2. There's just no way we can get to all these monologues and all this poetry before the school year ends without me giving you way too much work to do every day. And I am not going to do that. So we're going to be looking at some poetry, monologues, and then your first embedded assessment is a monologue. So it is another performance, and you're going to have to create this one. Not too different from your presentation, actually, but it'll be a little bit different. And then Shakespeare, Twelfth Night, will be the very last part of the unit. We'll see how far we get in that. And then hopefully, I'm really going to try to squeeze this in because I really want to see you performing some Shakespeare. So I'm really going to try to get to that one. A little bit difficult for you to see, but here we go. If you scroll down to the very bottom of a lesson, bam, you can go to the next one. So this is what I have posted on Google Classroom, okay? Or it's what I will post because I'm in the process of making it right now. So you're going to see this under Unit 4. The topic's going to be Unit 4. It's not going to be Unit 3, so this will be the first thing posted on there. So this is what you really wanted to hear from me this whole time. So your first assignment, you are going to unpack the embedded assessment and you're going to answer these 2 essential questions. So I'm posting this as a question and you should be able to see each other's answers and then edit your own answer. So if you forget to do something, you should be able to go on later in the week and fix it. And hopefully this works out pretty well. Okay, sorry, I'm about to sneeze. All right. So the learning target is going to be identifying the skills and knowledge needed to complete embedded assessment 1 successfully. This is the same thing we've already done like 15 times this year, but I'm going to go over it again. We're skipping the independent reading. You can do that if you'd like, but I'm already skipping over half of each of these lessons anyway. I just can't get to the independent reading with giving you less than 2 hours of work per day. So I think a lot of you will appreciate that. So again, this is talking about you're going to be creating and presenting a monologue. You're going to be studying some poems and things like that. So you are answering these 2 questions, just 1 or 2 sentences each on Google Classroom. And this is based on your current knowledge, so you don't have to do any research or anything like that. So like right now, how do you think writers and speakers use language for effect? An effect would be like to create suspense, to create drama, emphasize certain words. And then the second question is, how do performers communicate meaning to an audience? So how do you know which words or phrases are more important or more meaningful than others? And these are all good activities. I'm not requiring this vocabulary right now. On Google Classroom, at least, I might make a Zinc assignment later. Now, this is talking about embedded assessment 1. This is what we always do. Underline or highlight key skills and knowledge you will need to be successful with the assignment. What is the assignment? It's right here. Your assignment is to write and present a monologue about a topic that sparks a strong emotion. And it gives you some emotions here. So you may choose to speak of yourself as yourself, or you may adopt a persona, which is this, the voice or character speaking. So you can create a character and you can be speaking as a character. So you can get really creative with this stuff. Okay, and we're not doing the independent reading plan, so I'll show you what I made with this. So you're going to have an attachment, as usual. Please do the file, make a copy. Yeah, it does show it for me. Do the entire presentation just to make it easier. So the first slide, just a title slide, but I showed you what you're looking for in the table of contents, okay? So that's how you get to the scoring guide. And this is the type of stuff we used to make the posters for in the classroom, but I just made it on a Google slide. So we have the assignment in the middle. Present a monologue about a topic that sparks a strong emotion. That's your assignment. And then you're looking at the scoring guide and you're putting other stuff around it. So I said uses clever props, facial expressions, and movement to create meaning. I'll show you how to get to the scoring guide here. a little bit annoying on Springboard Digital, but not too bad. So you're in Unit 4. You are going to have to scroll down. Scroll down to Embedded Assessment 1. You have your assignment there. And then your scoring guides down here, okay? So you're going to be using stuff from Exemplary. So you need to be typing something like uses narrative techniques, create interest and develop a believable persona. That'll need to be there. So you're going to be adding in stuff from Exemplary for ideas, structure, and a couple of things for language. So that is how you find what you are adding to your graphic organizer. So again, you're adding your own stuff here. I want at least 5. You're going to see it's 7 points, so 5 points for this. 1 point for each question. So 7 points total. You're answering both the questions. You are adding in your own information from the scoring guide here. Don't just upload the thing I gave you without doing any work. And that's about it for the first assignment.